I'm from Philadelphia, and there were so many musicians there when I first began to play. Jimmy Heath was there, Ray Bryant was there, Red Rodney was there, John Coltrane was there. I was there too. And when I got my saxophone, it was terrible. It was the summertime, the windows were open, and every day when I was practicing, all of my neighbors could hear me, and they wanted to kill me. Yeah. And all of us, we wanted to go on the road. Well, what did going on the road mean? It meant that you were good enough to join a band that was traveling all over the United States, California, Boston, Miami, everywhere. And I was one of them. I couldn't wait to go on the road. And I thought maybe the opportunity would come and I would join a great jazz band. No jazz band called me. A rhythm and blues band came through and they needed a saxophone player. So I left town with the rhythm and blues band. Yeah, I'll tell you the name of the group, yeah. It was Bull Moose Jackson and his Buffalo Bearcats. That's who I left town with. And you know, we played all over the United States, and we happened to play a town in Ohio, Dayton, Ohio. And the reason I remember Dayton, Ohio, it was there that I met a lovely young lady named Betty Pritchett. Now, my wife is not here, so I can tell you the whole story. You know, during those days, it was a long time ago, when we musicians saw a lovely young lady in the audience, something happened to us. We went into an altered state of consciousness, and we began to do strange things while we were playing, like and Betty and I, we became my wife's not here, very, very, very good friends. And I began to imagine all sorts of things in my imagination. I could see Betty and Benny getting married. I could see Benny getting the children off to school every day. I could see Benny washing the dishes for her. Oh, I saw all kinds of stuff. My imagination was going crazy. And then I thought about the old black and white films. You know, and in the films, the fellow and the girl, they were having all kinds of problems. But at the end of the film, everything was okay. And as they were walking over the hill, just before the picture went to black, you could see them embracing and walking off into forever. Oh, it was beautiful. I had that on my mind. And you know what? I woke up one day and Betty was gone. Now, I had been working with this rhythm and blues band, but the opportunity came along for me to work with a great jazz band, and I took it. I became the member of a jazz band, and the name of that band was Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. I joined Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, and we played our jazz music everywhere. We went to Washington, D.C., the capital. And you know, that darn same thing happened to me again. I saw a girl in the audience. I went into. But you know what? I forgot all those dreams. Her name wasn't Betty, her name was Bobby. Bobby Hurd was her name. And I married her right away. And that was 60 years ago. And you know, I remember those early days when Bobby and I first got married. I would meet people and shake their hands, and I had written a song for Betty called Along Came Betty. And I thought everybody forgot that darn song. And after shaking my hand, they turned to Bobby, and they said to Bobby, "You must be Betty." It was terrible. You know, and I thought, yeah, we're about to play that song now. Maybe we should scratch out that part. Do we have time? No, we haven't got time to scratch it out. So we're going to play Along Came Betty, but I often thought maybe I should change the title to Along Came Bobby, huh? Too late, too late. Thank you.